Hello, here we go. It's the Coldlight Podcast.
What's happening, everyone? What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the Coldlight Podcast. Another team news. I'm joined, as usual, by Jay, as usual by Matt, and as usual by Tim. And if you look to the bottom of your screen, you will see a little sexy ticker and a nice little teal, which is the team news for tonight's game, which is Keller in goal. Adrian is out with illness. But Trent right back. Phillips and Hendo at the back. Robertson left back. Gini, Millie and Thiago. And then Shaq, Salah, Firmino. Subs are Adrian, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jones, Tsimikas, Origi, Ben Davis on the bench, which is good news. Reece Williams, Kane, and Neil Williams. Thoughts on that, Jay, instantly?
Very sad for the beautiful big bearded bastard not being here. I know we've got you as a nice alternative. But yeah, a bit gutted that Alisson isn't playing. But I'm hearing rumours that it's just an illness, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be back for Sunday. But it's nice to see Kelleher back, and we know he can be reliable. So I think he's got this tonight, especially with what's in front of him. Because it's pretty, like Matt said off air, and it's pretty much the same team bar the swap for Div and Bobby. So yeah, quite confident, mate.
Yeah, and it's nice to have an able deputy, isn't it? And I mean, like, Adrian's on the bench, but we all kind of know he's got no future at the minute, don't we, Tim? So it's nice to see Keller get another chance and another opportunity for him, because when he stepped in the other games that Alisson was injured, he's done really well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's certainly had a good run of form, and he's good with his feet, and his distribution is great, and he seems to have really good reactions, and yeah, he seems like a really, really good step-in keeper, especially when it's a big ask considering the quality of Alisson. In my eyes, certainly the best keeper in the world. To step into his shoes and be able to do a job is a big deal. But I mean, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that he'd beat Adrian out. I mean, I know you made the mistake of saying Adrian had an illness, but I don't think he could catch a cold. So yeah, it is what it is, and it certainly makes me more comfortable having Kelleher in goal than it does Adrian. So yeah,
definitely, mate. And we'll come to Shaq's biggest fan next, the guy with the fresh haircut there. Matt, thoughts on Shaq getting another game? It's bossing it to see him in that team quite often now.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't put a foot wrong since he's joined back into the lineup. Glad to see him in. Going to be important considering you expect Brighton to line up quite defensively. So he'll provide that little bit of like close play, a little bit of technical ability, and hopefully he continues his good form because, like you said, Shaq's biggest fan.
Yeah, Martin's just jumped in there. Gutted for Ali, but Keller hasn't let us down. Hopefully have him and Sadio and Fab back for Sunday. Good to see Davis get some minutes too. And as Jay just typed, true. Yeah, it's sad. Obviously, Alisson looks like, I don't know, it says they're saying illness, aren't they? So I don't know how long that's going to be, but you imagine he'll be back for City, which is, he's got another 4 days to get himself off the bog and taking some taking some anti-diarrhea tabs or whatever he's got to fucking do to get back. But he should be fine for City, and we definitely need him, don't we, Jay? Because Sadio, I mean, we know Fabinho's back because James Pearce tweeted, I think it was the other day, saying he should be back for Man City. And then obviously if Sadio, I thought he'd be back tonight, to be honest. I don't know if that's just playing it a bit cautious, just keeping him out just to make sure he's fit for that one. But having Alisson, Sadio and Fabinho back in for City is huge, isn't it? Especially in a game of that importance, because I think they're battering fucking someone tonight. I haven't even checked, but I know they were like 2-0 up or whatever. So we need to win that game, don't we, when we come to when we go and play City in 4 days' time?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. But we've before we even get onto that, we've got tonight to deal with, haven't we? And it says a lot for when he's not playing, man. He's got the confidence in the team that played against West Ham, because it was such a fantastic performance. And I'm glad he's gone with sort of the same team. So Neil Perry's just put in the Facebook chat, should Jones have started after how he helped turn the game at West Ham? Absolutely, it's a very, very good point, because as soon as he came on, we ended up scoring goals. So Jones probably does feel a little bit hard done by because he doesn't start tonight, especially with us being at home. But again, Neil, if you look at it, maybe he thinks, well, it worked really well on Sunday, maybe comes on an impact, or because we're at home, we might just end up going for it from the first whistle. So yeah, I can see both sides of the tail there, Neil. But like I said to you, Mick, to answer your question, it's good that we're keeping Mane away from it, just so we can just be there for Sunday. But yeah, let's get through tonight first, because Brighton are a tough opponent. We saw that in the last game at their ground. Yes, all right, we're at Anfield now, and we'll have a little bit of revenge because of the VAR decision and all that sort of stuff. And that team can beat Brighton, and we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, let's just keep everything crossed for 3 wins in a row.
Yeah, well, it feels like ages since we last done that, doesn't it? So let's have a little look anyway through the because we're going to be joined later by a Brighton fan, Maz, from the Seasiders, the Seagulls, sorry. So let's have a look through their team. So Sanchez in goal. They've got White, Webster, and Dunk at the back. Basuma, Trossard, Gross, March, Burn, and Mope. See, I hate when teams put the lineup out and they don't put it in order. It really does my fucking head in that. But
yeah, when you don't know them.
exactly. Because Burn's a left back and they've got him on the bottom in like the left wing position. So what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, they beat Spurs, didn't they, Tim? So they're no pushover. I mean, they're gonna want balls played behind and trying to look for the killer pass through the back, because obviously we've got Phillips there, so they'll try and target him in terms of pace wise. But he done really good against Antonio, didn't he, in the last game, in terms of, because Antonio is no slouch and he done well against him. So it's going to be a test for him tonight, especially having no Alisson behind him to kind of lead the way, because we know Alisson does that so well, don't we?
Yeah, I think it's certainly going to be a test for the back line. I think, this is having drawn to Brighton earlier in the season and having had them won against Tottenham, obviously not too long ago, means they're probably kind of flying in the dressing room. They're coming into this game and thinking, well, Liverpool are in form, but they were in form when we played them last time. So what's the difference? In terms of Phillips, yeah, I'm expecting him to do a decent job. I mean, Morpé's he's fairly pacey, but he likes to throw his weight around as well. So I'm expecting Phillips to be able to deal with him fairly comfortably. And obviously Hendo has that recovery pace just in case he's not able to. So I'm fairly confident with the back line. I think Kelleher's distribution will help big time, especially like for me. This is a good game for Kelleher to step into. I think that the pressures, he's not going to be under fire for 90 minutes like he would be in a City game. So for me, it's a good game for him to kind of get back in the starting lineup, get back into some rhythm, just in case we do need him for the City game. And then again, he's only going to have to do 1, 2, 3 things this game. So yeah, I think this is a good game for us. It's a good stepping stone into the City game, especially if we can make it a win and it's 3 in a row. I think confidence would be all-time high, and I think it would only kind of like build up the importance of the City game on Sunday. Because if we lost or drew or drop points today, I think it would take that pressure out of the City game, because it would feel like we kind of dropped it would be at that point 9 points or 10 points behind them with their game in hand. So I think this is a big one. I think that if we win it, we'll go into the weekend flying. Yeah,
and Dan's just put a good little comment in there. No Alisson, Gomez, Matip, Van Dijk, Keita, Fabinho, Mane or Jota. If we drop points tonight, can't overreact. Team all over the place, weekend in literally every position. Thoughts on that, Matt? Obviously, when you read that out like that, it just sounds mental, doesn't it? The amount of actually first-team world-class players we're missing.
Yeah, but then you look at the lineup as well. It is definitely strong enough to take on and beat Brighton. Certainly, overreactions. There should be none post-match, regardless, as long as the performance is there. But you look at that lineup, and I mean, Arnold, Henderson, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Thiago, Milner, Shaq, Salah, Firmino. They're not exactly relegation fodder. So plenty to go off and beat Brighton. But it is ridiculous when you look at that list of how many world-class stars are injured and continue to get injured for us. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's one a week, isn't it? It's one a week now. It was Henderson, then it was Mane, and now it's Alisson and Mane. And it's like, fucking hell, when are we going to get the players back and actually like look at the squad and go, that can beat any team in the world? I mean, like you said, Matt, like the team that we've got out can do it, because obviously there's a load of quality there. But we're getting into 10 minutes there, boys, so we'll leave it there. But score predictions, Jay?
I am going for a 2-0 win, because I think we'll have the bit between our teeth, and like Martin said, feel it's played well away at Brighton, so every confidence in him again. Be a tough game to have. I think we'll edge it. So yeah, I'm going for an edgy 2-0.
Tim?
I'm going to go 3-0. I think we're going to continue our streak of form, and I think Salah will probably net a couple, and I think it'll be a good time for Bobby to net 1 or 2 as well.
Matthew?
4-1. Bobby hat trick. It's going to happen at some point.
I think it's only happened once when you said Bobby's going to score. He actually did. So I wish he wouldn't, because he's not going to score now.
Shaq hat trick then.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Nice one. Maybe you too. Oh, I don't know about that. I fucking hope not.
We shall see.
I fucking hope not. Anyway, Dan, thanks for jumping in anyway, mate. Also, same goes to Martin. Fucking never fails, does Martin Barton. He's always there. Same for Neil Perry. Cheers for jumping in, boys. We'll be back straight after the game with a Brighton fan, and hopefully we can rub it in his fucking face because we just battered them 4-0. And we'll see you in a bit.